Hi, it's Wednesday, and that means it's time for another video edition of A Widower Wednesday. I'm Abel Keogh, author of the book Dating a Widower, and today we are going to discuss who is more important, the living or the dead. The idea for this video comes from an email that I received from a viewer, and just so you know what we're getting into here, the subject line of the email is, "My birthday's on the anniversary date of my partner's wife's death." So yes, who is more important here, the living or the dead? And this is what the email says. And by the way, I am sharing this email with the permission of the author. She gave me permission to share it here. So this is what she wrote. She wrote, "Hi Abel, I'm not sure where to go to get help and have been following your website since starting to date a widower last year. My birthday is fast approaching, and it is the same date of my partner's wife's death from cancer 5 years ago. He thinks we should celebrate my birthday on another day. Am I being unreasonable to think that in the future we might celebrate my birthday on my birthday?" Uh, Good question. First of all, I'm sorry that your birthday falls on the anniversary of the late wife's death. Nothing you can do about that. Nothing anyone can do about that. It doesn't happen often, but I have seen it occasionally where, the birthday or a special day relating to the couple also lines up with a special day relating to, the late wife's death, her birthday, their wedding anniversary, things of that nature. It does happen. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. So first of all, I'm sorry that you're having to go through this. But in answer to your question, are you being unreasonable? Really, the only thing I think you're being unreasonable about is that you don't want to celebrate your birthday on your birthday this year. You're talking about the future here. You said, am I being unreasonable to think in the future we might celebrate my birthday on your birthday? You should be celebrating your birthday on your birthday as soon as it comes. I don't know if it's like tomorrow or next week or next month, whenever it is, but you should celebrate your birthday on your birthday. The living are more important than the dead. The only time I would make an exception to that if there's like a funeral of a close family member or friend that you have to go to, then maybe you go to the funeral. But other than that, the living are more important than the dead, especially those who have opened your heart and that you're professing love to. And if he says that he's in love with you and serious about you, you should come number one. So I think no, you shouldn't bump your birthday to a different day this year or any year in the future. You should celebrate your birthday on your birthday, and it's the widower that should have to make compromises on this, whether it's going the day before or the day after, or maybe he wants to do something. Maybe he wants to visit the cemetery early in the morning before your birthday gets going. I don't have a problem with that necessarily, providing that he's willing to be in a good mood and a happy attitude for your actual birthday. Because again, the living always come before the dead. I'm sorry. You are more important than the late wife if he's ready to open his heart to you. Now, I think what he decides to do will be very telling of where he's at emotionally and mentally, and whether or not he's ready to open his heart and start a new chapter. Because if he's insistent that he wants to move your birthday to another day, my advice would be that is a major red flag, and you should quickly reconsider the actual relationship and whether he's actually ready to move on. But celebrate your birthday on your birthday. Living are more important than the dead. The dead aren't going anywhere. He can acknowledge that day, and in fact he can even silently acknowledge it on your birthday, and you don't even have to know what happened, because he's just gonna close his eyes for 10 seconds and acknowledge the day and move forward, which in my mind is probably the best way to deal with it under the circumstances. But no, you are first. The living are first. The living should always come first, and that's a pretty non-negotiable position. If you have different thoughts or comments or similar stories you want to share, leave them in the comments below. If you want to schedule a coaching session and talk about your unique situation with the widower, you can do so at abelkeogh.com. That's www.abelkeogh.com. Please like and share and comment on this video and subscribe to the channel. You can get updates as well when the next video posts. I'm Abel Keogh, author of the book Dating a Widower, and I will see you next Wednesday.